Freedom, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting thing. True freedom.
Yeah.
What is true freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Do you even know what true freedom is?
You tell me.
Well, I'm asking you what your version of it is.
You can do things that do not harm others, but you enjoy.
Okay, that's your version of freedom. How do you achieve freedom in society? We need to be freed from the shackles of bondage, which is what? Most people don't think that money plays a role in this. Money is what gives you freedom. Why? What if you have a large amount of money? What could you do with that money?
Anything.
Could you buy influence?
Yeah.
Can you buy politicians?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, what do you need to accumulate a large sum of money? And you would say luck, skill, this, money. No, bullshit, chances. Chances from the ones that protect this free lifestyle will keep you down by not maneuvering opportunities around you. Yes? And therefore, that means that you won't rise into having abundance in this particular monetary system. Because in order to do so, you need some requirements, right?
Yeah.
You need a blueprint, a map, somewhere where you're heading, yes?
Yeah.
And then you need opportunities to align for you. And whether that's individuals around, if the bank says no, if this says no, and then based on how much is it? True freedom.
Yeah.
It's not expression. It's action. What can you do with money, a large amount? What can you do with £1 million to £100 to 10 billion? Can you afford to influence? There's possibility. But from £100, can you afford to influence?
No.
Not really well, could you? Not greatly. Do you have enough for the resources that you may require? No. Next person with £1 million. A little bit more.
That's more like
Community, perhaps, this one. With the more money, the more opportunity you actually have, the more freedom. Decision making. Damn me, you could buy a whole reporting paper, throw in a few narratives, which could then support you as, could you then build a political party from this? Yes, you could. Blueprint, because you've got time from the money to build while being supported. Then can you build a whole political party around this? Then hit into some papers, yes?
Yeah.
Shape a few narratives, maybe? And always look like the hero. So could you build a political party that you never actually get involved with? You give them the blueprint for them to follow, and there comes the outcome, depending on what you needed. Change a few laws in the process, and then go off and build what you need to build. All while distracting people to look at these. Although we're not looking at these who are controlling that, who've shaped that narrative. Could you shape a narrative around war? Yeah, you could, couldn't you? Depending on whether you wanted to invade in some land. You can use a government to, what? Stir up tensions? How do you stir the tensions? Well, could I go to my reporters and assuming that they could and would stirring a little bit of friction, a little bit artificial, not quite there, but just a little enough to piss people off. And then they start demanding, why the hell have you not done this? Then that puts pressure. These ones anchored in because they don't want to lose the spot, which then applies more pressure for public image pressure. And then perhaps this leans on them to do something, act something, and then obtain something. And then it becomes for these so that they can invest into it to build whatever it is, to sell it back to you, to accumulate more of this, which then equals more freedom. And they protect it fiercely. And then would you think that it could be weaponized to stop people? Or at least attempt it? Poor effort, but still. Multiple ways. Could you buy someone to make an accident happen? Could you pay many people in this type of situation to make it look like an accident? Can you buy people out? You would say you can never do that. I don't know about that. Pressure, leverage.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's an interesting sort of process, isn't it?
find the right people that are much easily bought than the others. Some are easily bought, and they will help you with the rest.
But they'll blow the whistle. Yeah, depending on what. People aren't going to blow a whistle on something if it implicates. Seriously. It'd start doing the mental mathematics, wouldn't it? What would I get? I actually implemented into this. This is conspiracy. This is whatever it may be. Follow the money. Or betrayals, or the favors in some aspects. It's an interesting process, isn't it? Fascinating. And some of them make themselves look good like charities, right? They hide behind charities.
Yeah.
But you can't take money out of a charity. Ooh. Whether it's housing or whatever it may be. You can't buy a load of equipment for a house, make out you've done it, and sell this on. You can't make out that you did work when there wasn't any and got paid to do nothing. That's an interest. Then jigging the wages for that time and effort? Maybe also bought some resources and a day's wage, a week, a month, whatever it took. That's an interesting sort of process there. I often wonder these things. If you could, how would you do it? Well, in this situation, I'd do it like this. That's an interesting value there, isn't it? We've got 8,000 houses, 8,000 windows, but we've only got 6. Well, we just kept a few spared just in case, you know. And can you sell these on? Because a lot left over. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating with these types of situations. So freedom, true freedom. And then can you weaponize it against upcoming ideas? And that's having the money, the capability, the blueprint off of this one and go and build it over here. While distracting this one, utilizing the same methods. Money pays, right? You can pay people to do something to someone. Can you not?
Yeah.
That's not all out and depends on the risk. Just in case we get found out, we'll just keep it minimal. Look, you know, don't push the boat too far. Minimal damage, but maximum amount of stalling and stagnation that they could be putting onto other people. Do you understand how that can also add pressure? Disruption, make you tired, perhaps go at your water supply. Who knows? It can get very creative. Think about that, for example. And can it be weaponized to keep you down? And then that's freedom. That's an interesting process, isn't it? It's weak, but it's still a process nonetheless. And if it isn't this way, then this is the ancient Egyptian way. I'm willing to bet that this process is pull a thread, fall down. And so many people then become reliant on that and belief system and anchorage to that. And therefore they defend that fixture for you. Never question whether it's morally good or bad, but are just anchored into this belief. Then could I control the colleges, universities, what politicians are taught, how they're taught, tamper the flow of what they believe makes a best, this. Could I then pay advisors to go and advise them wrongly?
Yeah.
Well, I could do a lot of these things, couldn't I? And all of that comes from money, and a large amount of it. Blast radius. And you'll never think to look there, would you?
Yeah.
Because these are fine ladies and gentlemen. But that's a fascinating system, but very ancient Egyptian-y. Trading this way is a fascinating sort of process. Now, on the grand scheme of things, is that a life? Another question. How many have they pressurized in the past to stop it from moving this way, but keep it this way?
Many?
Yeah, many. Yeah, and would that be good?
No.
You see, that's the thing with information if it's been placed.
Yeah.
And you just pick it up
Information and used
and then you use it.
certain way. Yeah.
But maybe they didn't understand how to use that. Now, where did you get it from? Word of mouth. This is the problem. It all stems back to word of mouth. Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which technically it wasn't word of mouth. Picture. Symbology. Power of symbology. If information is placed in this way, then and if it's structured to then keep you centralized over this stuff, which then becomes impure for that type of an agenda. And now, is that serving in humanity's best interests? And then somewhere along the lines, if it was a fair and beautiful, and no, it's not like that at all, then why would there not be okay for another group inside the groups to create a new group that doesn't formulate around that? And then your good nature would support this, knowing that yours was the strongest one, with all of that bloodline, faith, and everything else in the belief system. And if there were two types in contrast with the light and dark, and the middle ground, then wouldn't this be more healthier to have more options, more opportunity there for people to really get a hands-on try before you buy? Just live this temporarily before you exist permanently in that. Which one really serves you? And then it would pick the structure out of that. But if this one is so strong and so reliable and so good and so clean and so efficient, then there would be no worry. Because lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. No, you're right. It's the actions. It's the actions of sheep. That's what makes you lose sleep, is the impact, the action, the ripple effect, the instinct to feel that this way is better. Primal instinct coming back online, wouldn't you say so? To do the opposite from these structures. To see which one starts to take humans off in a brand new direction, one that is more authentic, one that is more protected, one that has got more opportunities. And this ratio, not saying that it's bad, but it has potential to be upscaled in such a way that as every person climbs to the plateau of here, and a few will begin to exceed above that. And then again, people will then be able to move up to keep growing with this process. It's resilient. It's liable to change when times do evolve. Less stagnant. More opportunities, therefore, I think we'll find a little bit more natural order. More so. And more breakthroughs at an alarming ratio based on the opportunities.
Yeah.
Pockets of hunter-gatherers around the world, yes? All began to cluster in synchronized droves. Droves of them coming together. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Do you find that extremely bizarre? And they come to these sort of same belief systems.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
That is not a natural, that's an option. But is it a fair option if nobody has voted on it? But yet there's every single opportunity to vote for it. That's a choice. That's what it boils down to. This way, this way. I don't know. Weird. Anyway, I'll probably run this one into another video, I think, because I'm going to keep it separate a little bit on these. If there were more people on this top step, how much more evolved do you think a species could be?
Hopefully more.
It's like a natural behavior
Yeah.
or animalistic behavior to exist like this.
Yeah.
But then there's an intelligent behavior, one that's more conscious, one that's more asking questions. We can live like this for X amount of time before something needs to happen. How could we live? That's a shift in behavior, that is. Massive one, that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, more on the spectrum, more breakthroughs, and then that becomes a new type of behavior. Interesting. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to go on to a different one. Yep, I'm going to go on to a different video. That's all right. Yep.